Good evening and welcome again to Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is November 26th, 2025. It is a Wednesday. Kay's joined the group. Hey, Kay. Hey, Laurel. Kay says good evening and happy Thanksgiving. This is the Thanksgiving show. Day early, but Thanksgiving week. Laurel says, sounds good. You're looking good. Thank you. Thank you. As long as there's no glitches and jitteries. I'm getting a bit of a lag on my screen over there. I had a system update today, and it's always strange. Jacqueline says the music started breaking up just before I came on. Crap. Okay, I'm going to right, my voice should be fine. Now watch this. Tell me whether or not the music is breaking up. Yeah. Okay, that's another system update problem. I hate it. Every time I do a system update, it screws up something. Now it's screwing up. What it's doing is when I'm playing the other audio over my main mic and the camera on, it gets all screwed up. So thank you. At least my voice is fine, right? So I'll have to I'll probably restart a couple times and then try it out. But we won't be trying any more songs on tonight's show. My voice is breaking up? No, don't tell me my voice is breaking up. No, can't do that. That's, again, every time I have a show after. Voice is great again. Okay. So we'll go with that. Oh, Laurel said it's breaking up now. What the hell? Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Trying to get things sorted out. Again, just the computer companies just to leave it alone. But they don't. Just on and off. We're going to have to muddle through it. Ain't got much I can do. We're just going to muddle on through it. Y'all know the show's usually good. Speaking about muddling through it, I've changed how I'm dealing with my Facebook content. Comment sections, for the most part, are left alone. There's good and bad for that. I don't have to deal with the aggravation. The bad part is people are used to me interacting with them, and I interacted a lot. And since I interact a lot, my post count goes up. So all of my interactions are taken out of the pool when it comes to my algorithms. Like, oh my goodness. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, if folks go and donate so that monthly donations that can bring my income up to an appropriate level, I can lock those comment sections down and bring it like what it used to be. So when they just get stupid, we just do followers only, and then it takes care of the riffraff. Well, so we'll see. Members of the back room, no. And the back room is an extension of the Whiskey Cowboy Live. I'm not telling folks on the main page that there's even a back room. They don't know. Ignorance is bliss. I don't want a bunch of people going, "Oh, damn, I'm all insulted now because the cowboy didn't invite me to the back room." Well, it's just a limited amount. We may get hundreds of people back there at some point. I have no idea. We've only got just over a dozen back there now. They're usually the regulars, and it's, like I said, it's an extension of the show. We talk about all sorts of stuff. Ain't people talking much now, but It's a place where they can talk if they want to. But again, those who know, and I put this up on my on my made page too. Got, let's see here. This is coming, keeping it real with the Whiskey Cowboy. And the folks in the back room, they got it first. Now this is what I'm planning for the nobody else does this, but I kind of like it. It's so after my reel is done, most other reels they just stop. I'm going to fade to this right here. It's only going to be a second or two, done, and then back. Because it's a playing on the term reel. Now reels are short. Shorts are on YouTube, but they're called reels on Instagram and Facebook. And I'm going to be posting them on both Instagram and Facebook. But I'm probably going to post them on YouTube as well, just as is. It'll let folks know that I'm on Instagram and Facebook as well. So maybe it'll drive some traffic there. There's not a lot of folks that follow me on YouTube. And they're going to be, the classic reaction videos. And when you see idiots making videos, complaining about this or that, or giving dating advice that's totally wrong, and losing their mind over this or that. And it's, the video types. Can y'all still hear me? Let me know you heard me. And those types of videos seem to be really popular. It shows that I got absolutely nobody watching me. But I know that's not true. Connection's good. Stream settings good. Laurel says, yes, they are. See? I knew somebody was there. It says there's nobody. That's wrong. And those types of videos are good because people see idiots that they don't normally see, and then they can talk about it. Here's the thing about social media, and I've spoken about this before. Laura says she's showing 3. I'm showing 2 now, so I have no idea what the deal is. I'll just keep going. Jacqueline says, yes, everything is coming through right now. Good. Okay. People think social media is for them. You might have noticed on my page I posted up shorter news things where I don't give much of a viewpoint on it. I just give, hey, this is what happened. I'll kind of give a little wink or a nod. Folks know my stand on it, and I just let it rip. Because a lot of people, they just want to see their own text. Hey, that's fine. That's what helps me get paid. Go ahead and type up. I will still, and I still do post opinion pieces and articles. I'll do that, but I got to post this other stuff to try to keep it up, and these keeping it real. I think that's going to help too, because people love that shit. and be honest with me, when you find yourself either in reels or on shorts on YouTube, and you start to watch one, you just go to the next one. And you go to the next one, and you go to the next one. You go, oh, man, these people are stupid. So give them what they want. So earlier today, I went and I set up my system in a way. Laura says a lot of people only read the first paragraph. I read the whole thing. Yeah. And especially with my articles in the past, I told people don't stop because you're going to get to the shit at the end. And it might change your mind on things, but nobody does that. I'm still going to write like that, but I can't rely on putting in 2 hours writing a good essay or an article on something for folks to read the first paragraph. Not unless I got a bunch of other fluff that people are going to just instantly snap on and write their thoughts and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought keeping it real is fine, but I had to get it set up. What I'm doing is I'm doing it on my Streamlabs software, but I ain't doing it on there. I got it set up. And then I take that video, instead of going live, I put it on my system, and then I bring that into my video software, my editing software, and format it to the right size, and then get it ready. If I need to add text or I need to do this or that to it, I can do it. And then affix it, put it together. Okay, this is good. Saves it. And then I can upload it on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. But I had to streamline the process. Also, these videos they're probably going to be only 30 seconds to 2 minutes long, maybe 3 minutes long. That's about as long as people have attention spans for. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But I thought keeping it real would be good because it's a reel, and real also means honest, but spelled differently. So we'll see how it goes. Yes, indeedy. Tonight's coffee, butter pecan from New England brand. Butter pecan. The missus is like, I think I served this to you the last time. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Last time was blueberry cobbler, then it was dark chocolate mocha, then it was hazelnut cream, then it was French vanilla, then it was pistachio cream. Let's go back here. Then it was hazelnut cream, blueberry cobbler, chocolate-covered strawberries, chocolate caramel brownie, wild mountain blueberry, blueberry muffin, hazelnut cream, caramel macchiato, toasted southern pecan, hazelnut cream. So there we go. I said I keep a list. I keep a list. But yeah, people only read the first paragraph or so, and that's why the news media know that. They just put a headline on that can be totally misleading. And then it doesn't matter what it is. Show a picture, do a headline, and you can write gibberish in there, and everybody goes screeching off of the headline. It's like, yeah, read the article. And a lot of times, the article headline and the first couple paragraphs are contradicted and corrected by the end of the article, and nobody's reading that far. It's crazy. And I also know if I post up, and this is good, if I post up and I do like a generic thing, like I posted up about Bill Burr losing half of his podcast audience since coming back from the Middle East. I didn't give I said, folks, I wrote about it when it happened, when they went over there. And I didn't say, if you know what I said, you knew what I said, but I didn't say anything in this particular blurb. Reading the comments, most people aren't attacking me. They're making general comments or comments about others because I didn't state one way or the other. So if I do a general news, then they'll make a group attack, but not personal attack. If I state an opinion, they'll make a personal and a group attack. But if I don't say anything, a lot of times they'll just do the issue or a group attack. I can't deal with the personal attacks. It's not that I'm a delicate butterfly. I say I'm a delicate butterfly, but it's not that. It's that I don't have the time to deal with idiots that's going to insult me. And most of the time on shit I didn't even say or on things I don't even think. Because once they perceive you to be in a particular camp, well, that's all they need to know. They don't need to know exactly what you said. They don't need to know shit. You're in the opposite camp, so here you go. Here you go. Took the missus to lunch today. We don't go out often. Took her to lunch today. It was a special day today. Not saying what it is, but it was a special day. Love you, baby. Took her out to Olive Garden. So where do you want to go? And she's first of all, let's go to We can go to Texas Roadhouse. And I'm like, yeah, we can. We can. But we were just there for the kids, for their wedding. We brought them out for their wedding. Yeah, Gus knows. Yes, you do. Stop it, Gus. And I'm thinking, oh, where haven't we been for a while? And we generally like their food. It's pretty good food. It's like, oh, hey, the Olive Garden. And this is what gets me. People love to shit all over the Olive Garden. Oh, it's fake Italian food. I don't care if it's fake Italian food. It's good. It's good. For the most part, it's good. There's certain things that I stay away. I don't have their spaghetti and I don't have their lasagna. But, you know, like their chicken Alfredos and stuff like that's good. It's good stuff. And you get plenty of breadsticks and you get dipping sauce with it if you want it. And you have their appetizers. We had the fried mozzarella that you dip in a marinara. Oh, it's good. We had shrimp and chicken carbonara and chicken Alfredo. But we got it because I'm like, God, I like either of them. The guy's like, do you like it too? And Mrs. like, yeah. It's okay. What we can do is we can divide it up in two. So you take your one serving. They give you a lot of food and they break it in half. So you get one bowl of one and one bowl of the other for each person. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. So that's what we did. So I had a couple beers and a glass of water. And Laurel says, I'm with you. No, they aren't true Italian from the old country. It's good and it's consistent. I love the breadsticks. Yeah, it's good and it's consistent. That's yeah. And you get a lot of food. We always bring stuff home. So when you go there, you're going to get enough for 2 meals. Each person is going to get enough for 2 meals. We always bring half of it home with us. And we stopped early. When I say stopped early, we stopped eating early. So that we could have their, oh my God, they're so good. It's their bread dough, their fried bread dough. They're like they're little squares. They're squares of fried bread dough, buttered and sugared, and then you get dipping sauces. You get chocolate sauce and you get raspberry sauce. Oh my goodness, they are so good. So they bring out a plate with, I don't know, 8 of these little pillows of fried bread dough. And you just take and you just dip it, and oh, it's so good. We brought some of them home too, because it is what it is. And so that was fine, and we just sat there googly eyeing over each other and eating our food, relaxing. We went after the lunch rush, before dinner, so we were there from I think 1:30 to 3:30 or something like that. Gus says, I'm not a big pasta fan. I like them, but picky what I get. Yeah, you got to get the right thing. But see, if I want pasta, that's good. I can go to Olive Garden. If I want steak, I can go to the Longhorn. Or not the Longhorn, Texas Roadhouse. I used to go to the Longhorn. Used to be my favorite one, but then they did the upgrade. I told you about that on the show. They took the old shit and put new shit, and the new shit was fake. And then the food portions seemed to get a little bit smaller, and they're just overpriced for what you get. Where the Texas Roadhouse, you get it's appropriate for what you're paying. Though the Texas Longhorn Club does have some things that I like that you can't get at Texas Roadhouse. Like I like their I think it's called Southwest Spicy Shrimp or some shit like that. It's a boat, it's a long bowl filled with spicy shrimp. That's some good eating. They're small shrimp. So yeah. Yeah, Gus, if you want to get in the room, let me know. I didn't start it up. So you got to give me a heads up. So that's how my day was. I'm thinking I might, with the Frank and Zebo, we fired it up the other day. Man, using split wood versus unsplit wood, it's a game changer in that fire pit. I knew it would be, but, and we love that splitter. But I'm thinking about blocking off part of the upper. You know, it's walled all the way around, but not in the peaks. If I can block off some of the peak, it'll keep the heat in even more. But I don't want to do it in a way where I can't take it off, because in the summertime you don't want it blocked, and you still need it enough so that you have 2-3 feet on the top, up by the peak where it'll blow the smoke out. So I'll see how it is. I might be making a framework that I can just kind of screw in and then take off and roll up in the summertime. I'll see. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about the keeping it real. That'll be my tagline too. You know. This has been Keeping It Real, and I'm the Whiskey Cowboy. There you go. Fuck off. That's like the critical drinker, and go away now. But I'm not a go away. I'm more of a fuck off kind of guy. But no, I can't do that. It's a challenge because Gus says steak is getting tough now. Seafood I like. Newick's is okay. It's okay. Weather vane's okay. The missus likes the weather vane. I gave her that option too. We can go to the weather vane. She's like, no. Was going to have some wine, but here's my thing. I like cheap wine. I like wild vines, and I like Arbor Mist. And I got my favorites in there. I like the peach. I like the blackberry Merlot. I got my favorites, but it's cheap wine, and none of these restaurants serve like cheap wine like that. They serve cheap wine, but no. I like and you can't go, hey, give me like a fruity Moscato or something like that, or it's like, because, and I've tried that and it still has too much tannins in it and it's not right. No, I like my Arbor Mist or my wild vines. That's what I like. Oh, Barefoot's good too. I like Barefoot too. Barefoot, Arbor Mist, wild vines. I'm cheap. Laura says some of the house wines are good. Yeah, that's good, but I don't want to pay. You know? I'll pay for a wine I know. I'm not going to roll the dice. Now, I think I could probably say, can I try this to see whether I like it? I wonder if that's possible. Say, give me your sweetest, fruitiest wine. Let me try it. And if I like it, I'll buy a glass or two. Hey there, Allie. Welcome to the show. Hope you and Jim are doing good. What's Jim doing? Is he cooking or playing? He's usually either cooking or playing. Laura says some of them will let you taste test. Yeah, some do. I'm afraid to ask. I know what kind of beer I want. So I go, here we go. Get a beer and bring me a glass. And what size is your water? Okay, one will do. Bring me a glass of water. I hate running out of drink. And I can't trust that we had a good waiter this time. He was good. So we got a good tip. He got a 20%. He got a 20%. We don't normally give 20%. But he got a 20%. Because he was personable, kept up. Allie goes, he is currently buying his Zines in a convenience store in our hometown. Buying his Zines. What the hell is Zines? He's currently buying his Zines. What's a Zines? Don't make me look it up. Zines. Is that kind of a drug or something? Oh, nicotine patches. Okay. Yeah, Zines is quicker to type out. I tried those once, and they burned my arm. I just went cold turkey. Cold turkey. Cold turkey. Both the missus and myself went cold turkey. The same. Oh, pouches, not patches. Oh, pouches. Oh, is that like, oh, I know what those are. It's like pouches of chewing tobacco, but it ain't. Yeah, I worked with a couple guys that had them this last year. And you can buy them in certain strengths. And you got to watch out. Don't get the really high ones right off the bat. Don't do that. They'll fuck you up. But they yeah, you just build up to it. But yeah, it's like a chaw tobacco in a bag, but it's not tobacco. Yeah. But yeah, me and the missus, we quit at the same time. Well, we were trying for our last, and she was hitting the wall. Age-wise. And they're like, okay, these are things that don't help with pregnancy. Smoking was a big one. Adds extra stuff to it. So we both quit. We both had been stopped smoking for a year before she was pregnant for our last one. So at the same time, yeah, at the same time. Hey, if she's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And like I said, I was a 3-pack a day smoker back then. You can't do that. You need to mortgage your house to smoke 3 packs a day now. But I was a 3-pack a day smoker. I had my 2 vices. Pepsi and Marlboro Reds. 3 packs a day. Yep. So my lungs are good and clean now. I'm all pinked back up. It's been a couple minutes. Every once in a while, if it's fresh smoke, not stale smoke, fresh smoke, sometimes still hit that like, oof. I'd like one of them, but no, doesn't happen often. Doesn't happen often. Hey, Allie, did you see the new content coming out? Pop it back up here. It's going to be Keeping It Real with the Whiskey Cowboy. Don't know if you saw it in the back room because I posted up about it, but I did post about it in the other one. So it should be pretty fun. Should be pretty fun. Everybody likes to see idiots. Laurel says, I cannot stand the smell of cigarette smoke. Yeah, normally I can't. But every once in a while, if it's just the right, it triggers that memory in my head. But yeah, I like not having it in the clothes. That's another thing. People, they smoke in their car, but they keep the cigarette outside the window and they think that they're not smoking up the inside of their car. You're an idiot. Yes, you are. Your car still smells like an ashtray. It's just the way it is. It may not be quite as bad as if you kept the cigarette in, but you're still in the car smoking. You can hold that cigarette out by the open window all you want or cracked window, but your car still smells like cigarette smoke. It is what it is. But yes, happy Thanksgiving. I'm happy for y'all. And and hope that you have plenty of things in your life to be happy for. I know this is a hard time of year for some folks out there. I'm sorry. I feel for you. I do. I notice. Hey, Judy. Welcome to the show. Allie says, my son is home. Hey, great. I'm sure he's having a good time. Sure that he is having a good time. Yes, indeedy. We're just going to have the youngest and her feller over. We usually have it pretty light. Because all the other kids, they got families and stuff. It's hard to fit them all in the house at once. We got a small house. Gus says, I quit for 19 years and picked it up just like I never quit. I had the urge all the time. Well, you need to stop, Gus. I think you did, didn't you? You stopped again. Allie said he ranked up to staff sergeant right before he came home. Well, I'm sure he's happy about that. I'm sure you're proud. Good on him. Good on him. Laurel says, awesome. Awesome, Dee Dee. Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee. Hey, is my voice stop glitching on you? Gus says, read a few lines back. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, you quit this May a year. Sally still smokes. Sally still smokes? The hell? Yeah, see, I missed that one. Sorry, Gus. Laura says no glitching. Good. Fantastical. I gotta get it done because gotta make sure that the extra, because I won't be able to record the keeping it reels if it's glitching. It's like, oh, that's not right. So we'll see how that goes. Yep. So what else we got to talk about today? I feel like this week doesn't feel right for me. I'm usually pretty hands-on with the Facebook stuff. It does not feel right. I don't know if you've noticed any difference on my interactions or not. Y'all that follow the page, am I still putting out the right amount of content? It's been a weird week because there's been a lot going on, but I still try to get the right amount of content out there. How's that? Trying to hit the right topics. I still didn't get into the Mom Donnie thing. Oh, no, it wasn't the Mom Donnie. I did hit the Mom Donnie thing. I did hit that. And I didn't get the Marjorie Taylor Greene yet. Didn't get that. I don't think people are as affected by what she's doing as what she'd like to think. I haven't seen any major outcries, or I just haven't. Has anybody else out there? Seems to be they reported on it and it just kind of like fizzling out. Or am I missing something? Gus says, it looks good on your page. I have not seen too much crap. Yeah, I'm not worried about the crap. Here's the problem too. My the contributors, the people that are doing it and their interaction, it's gone down since that big spike. So I'm having a hard time getting people to do it. But I'm not paying attention to the comment sections. Allie says nope. I don't know what nope means. Laurel says you will adjust. You're getting enough out. Now if Facebook would quit their nonsense. Yeah. I still need to keep reaching people. That was a big 4 days. We went up 1,000 followers in 4 days. That was huge. That I was not expecting that. It used to be if I had 100 followers a week, I was happy. That's 400 a month. Jump. Oh, there goes Allie. Nope, not hearing much about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, good. I just, it's like, did I miss something? Nobody seems to give two shits. She ain't going to make it. She's not. I don't think she can get elected to the Senate. I don't think she can. I know she can't get elected as governor. And she sure as hell can't play on the national stage. She's too divisive. You can't. If you're divisive, Donald Trump was divisive, but Donald Trump had true momentum behind him. She doesn't. Laurel says she made her millions. Yeah. I like I said, I think you watch. She's going to get into the talking circuit and give lectures and maybe podcast and stuff like that. I think that's where I see her. That's more her style anyways. Let's be honest. That's her style. She was... excuse me. She's just been... Oh, my goodness. She's basically... Marjorie Taylor Greene was a YouTube podcaster personality that just got herself elected into Congress. That's what she was. She was a drama queen attention whore. She's suited for a podcast. She's a white Candace Owens. I don't think anybody took her seriously. Oh, she good for headlines. She's a loose cannon. Yeah. See, she said some good shit. She also said a bunch of stupid shit too. She was manic. Gus says family business. I don't understand. Family business. Oh, is that you say how she made her millions? Yeah. Yeah. You know, when you're in those positions, your family businesses can do much better too. I don't care. It's, you know, Judy says I've never really been a fan of hers. Neither have I. Because I knew that, look, I call balls and strikes. You do something good, fine, I'll say it. You say something right on the bubble, I'll tell you. But she was too manic. She was all over the place. She just unreliable. She's unsteady. And the more you let her talk, the more stupid shit flows out of her mouth. Those damn Jewish space lasers. She's crazy. She's crazy. But she's not the only one out there. Boy, we got some. It's not just, granted, the Democrats have a hell of a lot more of them, but the Republicans have their share. Who is the other one? The brunette with the glasses? The hell's her name? She attractive gal. She had some sort of a sex scandal with some other married guy or something like that. Who the hell is she? And she put forth some decent legislation, but she weird too. Judy says she threw out a lot of insults, but really never said anything important. Yeah, she's kind of like AOC-ish, but different. See, she's a white Candace Owens. But who's that Laurel says, I know who you're talking about. Can't remember her name. No, I can't remember her name. That was her name. This is a search. Republican Congresswoman, glasses and brown hair. And you know what came up? It came up. Lauren Boebert. You know, you just sometimes you get real specific and you can't find what you're looking for. And I just threw this out there, just threw a Hail Mary out there. Republican Congresswoman, glasses and brown hair. And she's the first, Lauren Boebert. She's the first one that came up. Oh, my goodness. Well, good on you, Google. Good on you. You hit that one out of the park. Oh, my goodness. Judy says AOC on the right. That's a great description. Yeah. Gus says that's funny. No, it's hilarious. There's no way there's no way it's going to come back with what I need. But that's the only thing that I could think of off the top of my head. And there it is. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh. What are you going to do? Tonight's coffee. Butter pecan. Pecan? Pecan. It's pecan. I slip up with pecan every once in a while, but it's pecan. And why? Well, because that's what the Native Americans called it. They named it, so fuck it. If they say it's a pecan, it's a pecan. Oh, my goodness. Gus says it's listening to you. Be careful. Yeah, it could be. Oh, that shit just pisses me off. Me and the missus will be sitting downstairs and we'll be talking about something. And then 2 hours later, she'll get ads on her things for the stuff that we were talking. That's why I said the passive. Oh, no. Passive listening, that's not a problem. Bullshit. It is a problem. And you can't turn that shit off because every time you restart your system or it updates, it turns it back on. You can't control it. It's like, Judy says, I just ordered a latte machine, so I'm excited to get it. Oh, good job. Latte, that's just a fancy coffee maker, isn't it? Isn't that what that is, a latte? Gus says it happens to us all the time. Yeah, I hate it. Now, here's something that really... They must also know your age groups, okay? Because it's not just what you say. And it's not the stuff that you look at online. You get that. I hate that. Oh, I'm gonna look up a tool at Home Depot or something like that, and then for the next 6 months, I'm getting advertisements for the same damn tool that I've already purchased. Stop it. Judy says yes, lattes and cappuccino, yum yum. But yeah, they don't just because you know what? I get flooded with ED commercials. I don't have a problem with ED. And none of my searches would indicate that I have a problem with ED. So they must know your general age group as well when they target you for stuff. I get hair loss. What the fuck do I need hair loss medication for? I got no hair. I keep my shit down. What's ED? Erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction. What's ED? Gus says that's funny. Yeah, it's like, why I don't do any searches for frickin' hair products or... So it must be they get your gender and your age bracket and they just hit you with the stuff that they think's going to work. Oh, we talked about this shit before too. Go back on another issue. You ever been in the incontinence aisle at the grocery store? Where they have the female hygiene and the adult incontinence wear. Why are they showing guys in their 20s and 30s on those packages? Look, if you're older and you got to have them, okay. I don't think they're guys in their 20s and 30s. And I think, if you're our age or older and you got to wear them, you're not going to feel better because, oh, shit, they're showing a 25-year-old guy on it. It's like, what the fuck? Gus says, we all have a camera on our phone or computer. Yeah, but it's generally not facing me. So don't worry about that. But yeah, why do they do that? I'm going to put a guy that's, 25 to 35 on the damn Depends thing. It's like, are you kidding me? Allie said, I wanted this exact same thing the other day about the younger guys on the package. Depends. Yeah. It's like, it's weird. I mean, unless it's a fetish. I know they got diaper play and shit, but they're not really diapers. Well, they are, but they're not. But I guess. Now, that's the way to go. Put a guy on there just wearing Depends and have a dog collar on him or something. Sell to the fetish community. But they show just young fit guys on the Depends package. It's just weird. It's so off-brand. It's off-brand. Again, if you're 75 years old and you need Depends, or 85 years old and you need Depends, you're not giving a shit if there's a 75 or 85-year-old guy on the package. But it's weird that you'd put a 25-year-old guy on the package. That's just weird. Jacqueline says, because attractive guys sell things. No. Nah, bullshit. No, I know that. But it's off fucking brand. If you're selling Depends to a guy who's 85, you put fucking Sean Connery on it. You don't put Marky Mark when he's 20 years old. Yes, people buy things from I get it. But it's within an acceptable range. You still have to look. Yeah. If it's a product for older people, you find attractive older people. You don't find young folks and put it on it. It doesn't work. No. Look, Jackie, I am a scholar of the human condition. I've written articles about this. I've said this too. They airbrush the pupils bigger in pictures of female models. You know why? Because when you want to see something that you like, your pupils get bigger. It lets more light in. So they airbrush the pupils bigger. Because people like to see somebody that likes them. They don't even realize what's fucking happening to them. So they make the pupils bigger. I could go into for days on advertising and what they do and why they change things. Change proportions on women all the time. And it's not just to shave a pound here, a pound there. No, there's physical, there is targeted areas that they're doing that's sending a certain signal. Oh, it's fascinating. Gus says it targets women. Depends. Targets women. Well, it depends. No. Oh. Yeah. No, I get, no, that's, yes, the reason why, that's why a lot of these advertising campaigns, they hit horribly because they stop using attractive people with traditional attractive features and proportions. I'm just going to make it like everybody else. No, nobody wants to see fucking themselves. They want to pretend that they want to pretend that this product's going to make them feel or look like the person that's being presented with it. So you don't show a normal person, but they did because it was all, body positivity and we're going to go around traditional standards of beauty. And it's like, nah, that shit doesn't work. It only took them 10 years to figure that shit out. And now if you look, they're going back to traditional beauty. Gus says, well, look at the reaction of them on here. Look at the reaction of them on here. What are you talking about on here? Bud Light, gone wrong. Yeah, Bud Light. Hey, OT, welcome to the show. OT made it into the back room. Hey, what account are you using? Are you using OT or are you using your other one? You're using the other one. I forgot. To the back room. Gus says women. I know the women on here. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think the women on here were getting all hot and bothered from the men on the Depends ads. Or are we talking about something else? I love my man. He's super hot and sexy, but he pisses on himself every once in a while. Of course, when I say, why am I giving it the Barry White, the Barry White voice, as opposed, I'm talking like I'm a woman, but I sound like Barry White. I love my man. He's a sexy dude. Jacqueline says, hey, look, even young attractive people need this product. It doesn't mean that I'm an old guy. No, that's true. That's true. But that's the exception. You don't market to the fucking exception, Jacqueline. You just don't. Marketing to the exception is a really stupid. It's a stupid idea. Market to your base. Market to your base. You can skirt around the edges just a little bit. Gus says, geez, don't make me call it. But no, it's okay to fudge the edges a little bit. But you know, when the demographic for your product is, let's say, on average, 60 to 100 years old, you don't put a 20-year-old on the product. You miss the demographic. You put a really good, if you want to go, okay, 50 years old, 60 years, go with go with an attractive 60-year-old. That's like, and I'm looking at the ED commercials. And they're all young guys in the ED commercials. Remember the ED commercials used to be like they'd show like a really fit, good-looking executive guy that looked like he was like anywhere between 55 and 65 years old. Salt and pepper hair, good shape, got himself a woman in her 40s, maybe late 30s, and she's just adoring him, and he's got ED problems, give him the pill and stuff like that. But he's already that's the way it works. Now it's like, yeah, they're showing a 25 or a 30-year-old guy, and he's popping it like freaking Pop Rocks. It's like, really? Dude, if you've got ED at your age, go to a fucking doctor, because I guarantee the pill isn't the problem. You got some other issues that are going on. But ED, here's another thing. We talked about this too. ED is actually a weather vane. It's a bellwether for other problems, because males get erections from the time they're born. And they should get erections until the time they die. I mean, not constantly. I mean, we don't walk around with erections all the time, but they should be frequent for our entire lives. When they're not, that's why the women go, oh, you're not going to pay for birth control, but you're going to pay for ED medicine for men. Well, number one, no, you don't. Men aren't just getting their fucking ED medication for free. Sometimes they got to pay for it all out of their pocket. Sometimes it's part of their health insurance package, just like birth control is for women. So there's no fucking difference. But the issue, most men that are getting ED medication, it isn't so that they can fuck their gal. It's not what they're doing it for. It's because erectile dysfunction shows that you have some major problems going on in your system. At best, it's simply a blood flow issue. But that's where it manifests itself first. Gus says I'm keeping my mouth shut. Yeah. But no, it's a bellwether. So if a man can't get an erection, at best, he's got a blood flow problem. That's a problem. Because it's not just a blood flow there. So that's why men get ED medication. It's not just so that they can be sexual dynamos. It's not the same as birth control. Now, some women get birth control because it helps regulate their hormones and stuff like that. It's already been proven it's a bad thing. Oh, it's a bad thing. We talked about that on the show now. We've got proof now. Because they started that shit back in the 50s and 60s. And pushed it. And we've got generations of women on. Laurel says diabetes, heart disease, etc. Yeah, there can be many things that are wrong. And a lot of times, ED can be the first symptom. So, it's not the same thing at all. Oh, they just get it because it's a patriarchal thing and the man's just got to, it's like, nah, you don't understand. There's also, not getting into it. Go look it up, folks. Look up how important certain things are for men throughout their age. And it's out there. It's not a male versus female. Females have their issues. Males have their issues. The problem is society acts as if males don't have their issues. Heart disease. More men die of heart disease than women do. And both of them die at higher rates of heart disease than they do of breast cancer. Men die of prostate cancer. When's the last time you heard about a prostate cancer awareness? Things like you don't. And I'm not complaining about it. This is the way men are. We deal with shit. OT says in Japan took 3 years to legalize birth control pills, 6 weeks for ED pills. Wow. Well, ED pills are very important. They can save your life. But yeah. Allie says my dad is 79 and had 2 triple bypass surgery 10 years apart, and he has had to take meds for his heart, etc., and it has side effects, including ED. My dad was never a smoker, by the way. Yeah. And that's a different thing. He's getting ED because of the side effects of the medication, but I guarantee he's got other side effects as well. That's what I hate about medication. We've talked about this in the show. It was before your time here, Allie. The missus, she was on a whole regimen of medications. Because what happens is when you start, then you take a medicine to deal with this, and then you take a medicine to deal with this, and you take another medicine that deals with the side effects of those other 2 things, which causes this other thing, and then you're swamped in medication for the rest of your life. A lot of that shit can be cut out. Not all of it, but for most people, you can cut almost all of that out, if not all of it. You know how much medication she's on now? Zero. She took a couple years, and she weaned herself out, and she monitored everything. Very fastidious about it. Jackie says exactly. Jim was talking about just the other day. Yeah. It just rolls on top of you. That's why you get to see the old people and they got the calendar thing, and it's all morning medication, night medication, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all that. And it's like, Jesus Christ, it's like another fucking meal. So deal with the symptoms. That's why when we asked, when the missus had her heart attack back a couple years ago, God bless her, she's fine. But they wanted to start her on a bunch of fucking medication right out the bat. And the first question I asked him is, what's the medication for? What's it for? Why do you prescribe it? And is there an alternative to the medication? See, people get lazy. A lot of times there's an alternative. And a lot of time that alternative is just don't overstress yourself, don't overeat, but no, let's just give them fucking medication. And then they're stuck on it. And we told them, it's like, look, we just got her off all of her medication. And no, that wasn't the reason she had a heart attack. So we said, no, not doing it. Told them right out the bat. And they kept bouncing back. Oh, you got to get with your, no, just get with your PCP, primary care physician. And then the primary care physician says, well, I'm not a cardiologist. You have to talk to the cardiologist. And the cardiologist's office would go, yeah, well, you got to talk to your PCP. It's like, what the fuck? So we did all the research ourselves. And we're like, no, ain't doing it. And we told them, no, and they wrote it down. And they're not doing it. Guess what? She's fine. Within a month, all of her levels were back to where they were supposed to be, healthy levels. She was fine, and she didn't get herself on regimens of other medication. You are in control of your health, not them. And because you see a doctor or because you're in the hospital doesn't mean they control your life. And that's another thing that people don't understand. I think I told you folks about our run-in with the Concord Hospital about that shit when they wanted her to stay, and they ran into the Cowboy, and then they had to get their fucking their security team and to give me a talking to. And it's like, I stayed back there. I stayed sitting down back against the wall. It's like, you want to come and fucking get me, you're going to need more guys. And I laughed when they came. I said, you're going to need some bigger guys. And they're like, what? We're not here to threaten you. I said, then why are you here? Your security. Go away. You didn't. The head nurse didn't like it because she tried to belittle me in front of my wife and act like I didn't have it. I'm just some fucking guy that happened to be wandering in off the street and not her husband. We didn't put up with that shit. Needless to say, yeah, we were released. Oh, let's see here. Allie says, I was on different meds for over 10 years for depression and anxiety. Come to find out, my psychiatrist said I have situational depression, and I weaned off my meds and started natural. Right. Yeah. And here's another thing a lot of people don't understand. Depression medicine, you ever wonder why they say side effects could be depression? Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just throwing a cocktail of stuff to try to regulate yourself. Don't do it. There's natural stuff out there that you can do. Now, I'm not this guru, that's, everything's got to be, you go to the forest and you pick it up and, and then you rub rocks together and the crystals, you just, put a crystal on your fucking forehead and it's, no, I'm not some hippie freak. But there's a reason why natural stuff used to work. Gus says, I'm down to just blood pressure medicine. I'm trying to get off of that. My cardiologist is even helping, just doing it slow. No, that's great. We talked about that at least a year ago, I think it was, when you were thinking about starting your journey. And we're very proud of you, Gus. Good on you to quit smoking again, too. Allie says, once the psych told me that I ended all counseling, and I'm so much better. Yeah, don't get me started. I should be a counselor. I thought about that. I thought about getting my counseling certification. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing what's out there for counselors. They just feed into the shit. Because if they can show that you've got something that needs counseling for, they can keep getting paid. What does it do them to get you to take care of their problems? They just lost a customer. I know a feller. I'll tell you. I know a feller. I'm going to name names. The feller had, this was the biggest thing going and probably still is. Gus says smoking is a huge part of my blood pressure. Could be. Social anxiety. Okay? Social anxiety. Couldn't be around people. Social anxiety. What a biggest fucking rip-off that shit is. Scam of the fucking decade. And it's been, it's been going on. People have been using social anxiety for freaking, he was using this 30 fucking years ago. So you find yourself a counselor, okay, that can diagnose you with a disability, and the disability, it prevents you from going to work because you got social anxiety. You can't be around people, so you can't go to work. So then you get on welfare and Social Security disability payments because you're disabled. And as long as you can find a doctor that keeps saying that you have social anxiety, they still get paid because they're getting paid by the taxpayer as well. It's like, what a fucking scam. What a fucking scam. Yeah, TDS, says Gus. Yeah, can you imagine that? I can't go anywhere. I got TDS. Yeah, social anxiety. I'll give you social anxiety with my foot up your ass. How do you like that for some social anxiety? Get the fuck out there. Get a job. Get a job. I did show some jackwagon to the door a couple days ago for that because he had posted on my thing about asking people for donations. He goes, oh, poor, Cowboy's going to have to get a real job. You don't think this is a fucking real job? The hours I put into this, it's a different kind of job. But I got no problem working for somebody else if they're willing to pay me what my time is worth. I got no problem. I'll shovel shit all day if you're going to pay me for it and it's worth my time and I don't have to deal with people. Y'all know my kind of job. I'll collect carts all day. I don't give a shit. Allie says, I only bitched about work every single time I saw him. I think he got tired of hearing it. So he said, I don't really have a problem except for my job, which I could change, I guess. Well, that's good. That was good counseling on there. But most counselors, it's like, they're feeding into it. Oh, I tell you, the last couple decades are going to go down in history as bad a light as the Tuskegee Airmen experiments when it comes to trans and other social issues that both the psychiatric and the medical industries have glammed onto and pushed that shit, and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, nor did they care because it's big bucks. Judy says, I agree. Pay me what my worth and I will go above and beyond. Yeah. And if I'm doing the job 1 or 2 steps up, you better put me in line for promotion. If not, again, that's what happened with selling guns. It's like, no, you can't be doing that shit. When you're already paying me less than your other starting for the position. It's like, holy shit. No, we can only pay you this because you got no retail experience. What the fuck? I know firearms. Can find out real quick. Look, you're going to give me a fucking probation period in 90 days anyways. You're going to see whether I can sell or not. Can I sell? Good, done. So pay me at least what you're paying everybody else. But no, but whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, I don't mind working for somebody else. But the pay better be in line with the aggravation that I have to do. It's that simple. I'm not going to work for peanuts when you're expecting, way more out of me than what you're paying for. I understand you're going to want the most for the least. I get it. But I ain't some kid fresh out of high school with no brains and no, it's like, no, I'm a natural born leader. It's what I do. I get the job done. But whatever. It's so no, when you said, oh, you're going to have to get a job, like, motherfucker, I've been doing commentary for 10 fucking years. On my own dime. Not making a dime until this last year. My finances just ran thin. I couldn't do it, so I had to go and work for somebody else. But you all know that situation. But I'm back now. So it's like, okay, let's give this a go. Jump on into it. Push it into overdrive. See where it goes. But I always love it too. It's like I point out, asking people for donations isn't begging. I don't beg for fucking donations. I just say, hey, if you find value in what you get from what I'm putting out there, please consider making a donation. The more people that donate, the less I have to rely on Meta and bulk views, comments, and reach. So I can focus on putting out better content. Allie said, when is your birthday, if you don't mind me asking? You can ask all you want. Nope. I have one. Why? And I'm a sneaky fucker, too, because I actually Google myself every once in a while, full name and everything, to find out what's out there. And shit ain't right. Why? Because I never put out the correct information. Chances are who you're looking at ain't me. The information isn't right, but whatever. A surprise? Nah, don't worry about a surprise. You're doing all right. You and Jim are already giving more than you should anyways. Now, here'd you go. I could do it again. But here we go. Folks that follow my content for all, remember I used to have an external mailbox? And that external mailbox was so that if folks wanted to send me something, they wanted to send me a coffee cup, they want to send me, like this back here. It's right here. Right in the corner there, right there. Life's better in cowboy boots. That was sent by Judy. Judy, you sent me that, didn't you? Yeah, I'm going to give everyone Gus's address, and it's going to be his address, but just you know, send it to the Whiskey Cowboy and then Gus's address. But yeah, I had it so that if somebody wanted to send, if they want to send me whatever, a T-shirt or a bottle of whiskey or you know, what have you, there's a place you could send it to. Because I ain't putting my home address out there. It's fucking stupid. I don't want to have to shoot people. But Laurel says that sounds good. What sounds good? I don't know what sounds good. You're talking about me using Gus's address? Gus's address, and just do the Whiskey Cowboy. And then Gus just sends me an email. John, you got some shit delivered. Okay, I'll come pick it up. But yeah, I had it, but it cost me damn $240 fucking dollars a year or some shit like that to have an external mailbox, because it can't be the U.S. Post. I can't get a post office box. Why? Because Ups and FedEx and shit like that, they don't deliver to post office boxes. They'll all deliver to a UPS store box. So, I calculated it. I paid more for the box than I got shit in. It's like, so I'm at a loss. Gus says, I have more land and a tractor to dig the holes. That's true. That's true. I can't bury too many people here. Planting potatoes. I can't plant too many potatoes here. I don't have enough property. But yeah. So I mean, I could get myself another external box. And then if folks wanted to send me something special, they could send me something special. But look, like I said, I ran it. I paid more for the box than I got shit in from folks. Well, if that's the case, I can just buy my own fucking whiskey. I can buy my own T-shirt. It just didn't make financial sense to have an external post office box or shipping address. Judy says, I would make you a candle. Yeah, candles are fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some people that will send me stuff now and again, but it's expensive. It's expensive. If I knew If I knew that there was enough people that on a regular basis wanted to send me shit, I'd do it. That's fine. But as it is now, it's like, the only people that get my real address is if you're a whiskey if you're a whiskey distillery and you want to send me some whiskey, I'll send you my actual home address. And yes, it's happened before. Back when I was doing reviews on the regular, I had, on occasion, whiskey manufacturers send me their whiskey. Didn't happen often, but it happened enough. I had one distillery send me damn near their entire line. And this is funny. They saw I went and I got I got their base expression. I got their base expression. And I did a review on it. And I panned it. I said it's not horrible. It just ain't good. And it's a base expression. I'm not a base expression guy. If your base expression makes me go, this is what I'm going to keep over here, then it's really damn good. But I'm more of a 85, 89, 90, 95, 100, 115. The sweet spot for me is anywhere between usually in the 90s to just over 100 proof. Base expression's 80. I mean, it's fine, but I panned it. I said it's not something I'm going to buy. But I was fair and honest, and they liked the review, and they contacted me like, hey, I think that you'd like this other offering that we have. Would you mind if we sent it to you for a review? And I said, sure, that's not a problem. And the box came, and they sent me damn near everything they had. So I just worked reviews, went to this and this and this. And yes, their higher expressions were much better than their base expression. They're higher proofs. Because I'm honest. I give good reviews. If y'all seen my reviews, you'll know they're much better than the other reviews out there. I'll give you everything. But on that same note, if you can't nose a whiskey, you're not gonna get everything. Nose is the smell. Smell actually charges your taste buds. You only taste salty, sweet, bitter, stuff like that. The other notes come from your nose. That's why when you've got a cold, everything tastes like crap. It doesn't have any flavor. Well, because most of your flavor comes from your nose. So there's a technique for drinking whiskey, and it involves priming your body, priming your taste buds and your brain to pick up the flavors and the notes that's in the whiskey. Now, it's better for me if we're sitting down there, I'll go through. We'll go, okay, here you go. Now let's find all these notes. And most people are like, wow, I didn't realize that was there, because you weren't looking for it and you didn't smell it. But whatever, yeah. I knows whiskey. See what I did there? I knows whiskey. I knows whiskey, and I knows whiskey. But whatever. I'm the Whiskey Cowboy. The one and only. I tell people all, the one and only. Don't believe me? Google it. Google it. There's only one. But yeah, I'd thought about opening up a external shipping account again, but it has to be, it's got to be worth it, because it ain't cheap. I got other shit I can that'll go into the oil and to heat the house. But I gave it a try. I did give it a try. Okay, everybody got quiet. I was watching the Metatron. I watch his videos. I watched the Metatron the other day, and he was invited on the Critical Drinkers podcast. I'd love to be on that. Laurel says, just sipping my wine. Sip away, young gal. But yeah, I'd love to be on the Critical Drinkers podcast, but he doesn't even know who the hell I am. I think that I'd be a really good personality to join their live stream episodes. He does reviews of movies, but he also does live streams. There's a couple fellers that are regulars on there. I take the place of two. Because I was looking, I'm like, okay, I'd take his place and his place. Because my personality and my wheelhouse takes over a couple of their folks. I don't think I'd step on any toes. I think I'd be a good addition. But yeah, he doesn't know me. Whatever. But yeah, I was watching the Metatron. And he was on one of the Critical Drinkers podcasts. And he had a great time. And he had mentioned that people, they like to shit on Critical Drinker because he wears sunglasses when he's doing his videos. And Metatron was like, yeah, that's it's his thing, it's his style. And I'm like, and I wrote on Metatron, it's like, I'd love to wear sunglasses on my live stream. I'd love it. Because I have photosensitive eyes. You might not, I'm squinting now. It hurts. The lights hurt my eyes. Because for the camera to do what it's supposed to do, I got to have a lot more light than what it looks like. It hurts my eyes. I'd love to wear sunglasses. I would love to wear sunglasses. Shape of my hat is because my eyes. I'd like it wider brimmed, but the problem is the wind catches it. Even if I put a curl on it, the wind catches it. So the curl has to be a certain amount for the wind not to take it. Okay? But if you curl it too much, then it doesn't give me enough eye protection on the side. Now, I wear ball caps outside. I do. But really, the ball caps are coming in tighter to my eyes than this hat does. So it requires further out. So Judy says, get you some. I won't judge. I'd have to get those clip-ons because I can't see. I wear bifocals as it is, and I need to go in. The missus, she said, go get your eyes done. It's like, I can't. I can't. I mean, I can. And it's in our plan. I just have to make the appointment and get new glasses. I hate it. I hate it. But, yeah. But, yeah. So that's the sunglasses and the Critical Drinker. But that's why I'm squinting all the time. I know I look like I'm squinting. I'm squinting. Call me Squintin' Tarantino. Judy says, do it, cowboy. Gus says, stubborn John. Yeah. Yeah. That's the same way with going to the doctor. Why the fuck am I going to go to the doctor to tell me something I already know? I'm going to pay him $250 fucking dollars for him to tell me exactly what I know. To do exactly what I should have done. That's the same way when my hip flexor and my glutes went out. Yeah. I finally had to go get taken care of, but guess what? I was doing everything I was supposed to do. It's like, yeah, you're doing everything. It's like, yeah, that's what I figured. It's like, yeah. So why the fuck would I have somebody tell me what to do? I'll just do it. And if it gets to the point I can't do it, then. So I did minimal deep tissue. I did minimal chiropractic. Just minimal. And then I just did everything else myself. But I can't fix my eyes myself. But I know the prescription's off now. I know it is. I got a cloth here. That's what I put my coffee cup on. Or my second cup, and it's up here. But sometimes it just gets caught on it and takes it with it. There it goes back on it. There it is. It's so that it doesn't make a noise when I set the cup down. But whatever. Yeah, so I need to get that done. Had to order another pair of boots. Okay. I hate spending money. I told you that I hate spending money. But here we go. I'm not even going to read that comment, Gus. I'm not acknowledging that it was written. I'm not. Look, I hate spending money. And Western boots, they ain't cheap. They ain't cheap. Well, you can get them cheap, but that's exactly what you got. You got cheap. So I got two pair of, and people go, oh man, he must have a whole No, I don't. You know how many belt buckles I got? One. I got one. You know how many belts I've got? I got one gun belt, and it's just black. My other one got worn out. Don't use it anymore. So I got one belt. I got another belt. I got a dress belt, but that's different. That's for like suit and tie shit, but whatever. One leather belt, one belt buckle, one cowboy hat. I got a few vests and shirts and stuff like that, jeans. I got two pair of Western boots, two pair. I got a good pair, and I got my daily pair. Now, my daily pair are more comfortable, but I'm having problems with my feet swelling up. So sometimes the missus has quite the job taking my left boot off. But that's another story. It's another story. But I was saying, hey, I don't have an intermediate pair of boots or good pair of boots that if I'm taking her out maybe to the mall or taking her out to eat or taking her out maybe just shopping, any place other than we're just out walking, like on a trail or going to a friend's house to eat food. That's my daily boots will do fine. And they're dirty and they're scuffed up and they're daily boots. Gus says, shut up, Gus. So, and the other pair of boots is I got a pair of burgundy boots, and they're real slick. They are real slick. I've always had a pair of burgundy boots. Always. It was my go-to dressy boot. So if I'm wearing a suit, my burgundy boots will fit in with it. If I'm wearing, they weren't super fancy. They're just really nice, and they're burgundy. But you can't wear those as dailies, because if you scuff them, you scuff them. It's not kind. So, and the other problem is they were a bit tight when I bought them. So I've only worn them less than 5 times total. And I can't wear them anymore because my feet swell. So they were tight as it was. And my feet can't wear them. So I'm down to one pair of boots. And I got two pair of, I got winter boots, snow boots, which the missus made me buy a brand new pair. Here you go. Before my current pair of winter boots, do you know what my winter boots were? Up until I think a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, I bought a new pair of winter boots. They were my Matterhorns from when I was in the Army. Gore-Tex lined, nice. From when I was in the Army. She's like, get yourself a pair of fucking boots. I hate spending money. I told you that shit. Gus says, need to stretch them a bit. No, they're just too tight. They're too tight. So, now I got a pair of winter boots, and they're nice. They're not super expensive, but they're nice. My Matterhorns were so long. I wore them for so long that they were literally the soles were slicks on them in places. They had no tread on them. It's like, I like these boots. They keep my feet warm. Whatever. That tells you how the cowboy is. I take care of my shit, and I use it till it can't be used no more. So, we're going, I really need another pair of boots that there's some sort of situations where my dailies, they won't work. They'll look shitty. Oh, and I got my work boots. I got 2 pair of work boots. I bought my new work boots earlier in the year so that I could go sell guns. Why didn't you wear your cowboy boots? I'm on my feet all day. No, I just needed standard work boots. So I got some Smith & Wesson zip up the side. They're combat boots, but they're Smith & Wesson. They're tactical boots. They're light brown. They're not coyote or anything. It's the yellowy brown, whatever the hell they call that is, whatever. And they zip up the side. And that was great because I was having back and leg problems, so I couldn't take off my boots. Zippers were great. Oh, this is fucking great. And then if my foot swells up, you just unzip the side. So whatever. I loved them. It's like, oh, this is fucking great. I need another pair here so that I can use them working around the house, so that I'm not wearing my Western boots, cutting wood and stuff like that. And they can get scratched. So I got 2 exact pair of the Smith & Wessons. And they don't cost that much. Gus says, sounds like me. My winter boots are at least 40 years old. Yeah, it is what it is. It just finally is like, no, okay. So I broke down and got those. So then I got them. So the missus is like, oh, you need to get another pair of boots. I'm like, no, I do, but I don't. So we sat down the other day. And we went online shopping because you can't get shit. You can go to Boot Barn. We've already been there. Nashua, nah, they ain't got shit for boots. Oh, they got a lot of work boots and stuff like that. They ain't got shit. Western wear, yeah, they got some shirts and stuff like that. They got some jeans that are overpriced, and they got some vests that most of them are overpriced, but some of them are okay. But yeah, it's like, no, I wish the Calico House was still here. The Calico House is where Shooter's Outpost used to be in Hooksett. It's a big log cabin building, huge log cabin building. Now it's Shooter's Outpost. It's a gun sales. No, it wasn't Shooter's that I worked for. But yeah, they had everything. Oh my goodness. So okay, 1 belt buckle, one leather belt. I really want a pair of muck boots. I don't know what muck boots are. Oh, and I have my canoeing boots too. They're damn near to the knee, just shy of the knee. And I wear them underneath my pants so that I can step out into the water. They're waterproof. Says, but they're like 100. Yeah, you sound like me. So get back. Let's get back to my story about the boots. So we're like, okay. Laurel says mucks are great, but expensive. Are mucks like duck boots? Are they like duck boots? Duck boots are pretty good. Good boots. So we went online and we tried here and there. We always end up going back to Shepler's. Shepler's got all sorts of deals. Shepler's, I'd love to be sponsored. I love your product lineup. So we, Gus says all rubber. Yeah, that's like duck boots. Yeah. They come in brown or they come in green. Yeah. So we spent, I don't know, an hour or so, maybe an hour. I had my laptop and she had her laptop and she'd look over boots and I'd look over boots and I'd shoot her off a message with a link for, how about this boot? How about this boot? How about this boot? So we settled in on a boot. It's more than I wanted to pay. But she's like, out of the boots that you had, this is the one I like the best. This is the one I like the best. I'm like, okay. I wanted to pay, under $200 for a pair of boots. The second runner-up, because I wasn't looking at. Yeah, you can get expensive. I didn't pick it. I didn't pick the boots because of their price. Although I excluded boots because of their price. In other words, if a boot was $175, it didn't make the list just because it was $175. Not doing it. I got to like the boot. So there was one that was about $175. What are you saying? Holy crap! Holy crap! What? So there was one pair of boots. It was about $175, just shy of $180, someplace $75, $80. It's like, yeah, this is okay. There's another pair of boots. There's another pair of boots that she really had her eye on. She's like, I like these boots. I like these boots. I'm like, okay. I like those boots. I sent you those boots. They were on the upper end of what I was considering. See, people that are unfamiliar with Western wear have no idea what it fucking costs. That's expensive. $175 for a pair of Western boots? No. No. Anybody else out there in the listen to the show, you familiar with the price of Western wear and Western boots? Is anybody out there besides myself that's familiar with the price of Western wear? If I can get a pair of boots for $150 to $180, I'm just jumping for joy. Laurel says $175 for Western is not that expensive. No, it's not. And the problem is the closer you get to $100, the more the boots are going to be crap. Judy says that's not bad at all. It's not. It's not. That's where I like to start. $150 to $180 is where I like to start with Western boots. If you go any cheaper than that, the fit's probably going to be wrong. They're not going to last you very much time. It's just, it's not worth the money you're paying unless you have that, unless you want to replace them every year. And you know me. So we're looking at, and I like exotics. I'll tell you, I have never owned a pair of exotics in my life. Right, and Laurel says may not be leather at all. Right. Allie says my dad knows Western wear, and that's all he wears. Right, and it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. Now, the missus likes ostrich. Okay, if the color's right, and it's fine. And you got two types. You got the quill and you got the leg. Both can look fine, but it's how it's laid out on the boot. It's going to matter, but whatever. So those were some that we looked at, but they were way out of the range. Way out of the range. I love things like caiman, alligator, and you got to watch out because some of the alligator are really caiman. It's not the same. They look the same. It ain't the same animal. A caiman is a baby alligator, but they don't, it's not, it doesn't mean it's a mini alligator. They don't grow to size. But it looks good. I like lizard, I like the exotics. I've never owned an exotic. I love alligator or caiman. Again, they're interchangeable. It really doesn't matter the size of the caiman back or belly or alligator back or belly. It's whatever. Now, I used to have what looked like a pair of alligator boots long time ago. They weren't. They were stamped leather. So it's just leather stamped to look like alligator. And that was fine. That's as close as I ever got to exotic. Gus says, I'm a t-shirts or sweats shirts. Yeah. Yeah. But you know me, Gus. The only time I'm wearing sweats is when I'm getting up or getting ready to go to bed. When I tell people I look like this all the time, this is what I look like all the time. I mean, I might not have this vest or I might not have a vest, but and then I'll put my ball cap on if I'm going to get in the woods to work. But if I'm not, this is what I look like, but whatever. Allie says, my dad wears expensive boots and rugged wear because He wears a size 14 or 17. Yeah, and when you're that big, I'm not a 14 or 17. I got average man size feet. But when you get into the higher sizes, go expensive because you're going to pay out the ass anyways. But whatever. So I've never had a true exotic. I've had what looked like an exotic, but it wasn't an exotic. Well, she got me a pair of exotics. Okay. Gus is going to shit himself when I tell you the price. Those who know are going to go, fucking A, that's good. That's a good price. Settled in on a pair of python boots. But they weren't the white python or the off-white to a yellowish tinge python. These are brown. So if you're not, here's the problem. I like white python boots, but they're a bit flashy. They're a bit flashy. It's making a statement. It is. But if you catch it out of the corner of your eye, boom, that's what you're drawn to. Now, the boots that the missus picked out and she liked, if you're not looking for my boots, you're not going to notice them. But when you see the boots and you look at them and you go, oh. That's what I like about lizard boots, too. It's like, oh, out of the corner of your eye, yeah. But you look at them and you go, oh, hey, ain't that neat? Yeah. Well, python's the same way, but these are brown python boots. Sharp. And so she ordered them up. Y'all want to see what she got? I'll bet you can pull it up here. Yeah, it's going to verify that I'm press and hold. And people going, you're asking for people to donate for your sub, but you're buying a pair of boots that cost how much? It's like, I already told folks, look, I don't buy shit very often. It's going to last me for ages. Let's see, we got, oh boy, those are nice. And the heels got to be right. A lot of the boots, too, they're nice, but they ain't got the riding heel. And not riding heel, that sort of guy. I just like the way it looks better. Let's do this python, see whether they're going to come up. Where is it? No, it didn't like that either. Oh, I sound choppy again? I am sorry. No, they ain't the ones either. Ain't ones. Trying to find out for you. There we go. Okay, you ready? And she told me today, she's like, oh, I can't wait till your boots get here. She knows I don't buy shit for myself. So here we go. These are the boots. See, it's brown. If you were to just not look, it's just a brown pair of boots, but it's not. Laurel says, nice. Yes. See that? Oh, look at that. Oh, those are sharp. Allie goes, damn, those are nice. Yeah. But see, it's python, but it doesn't draw your eye like the white pythons, which is what most people are used to seeing. It's not me. This is me. It's casual enough to not draw attention and to be nice, but nice enough that if you know, you know. Now, okay, those are python. They're genuine python boots. Did anybody see the price on there? Because I'm going to say, guess how much these boots cost? You don't see the price there. Guess how much these boots, genuine python. Throw a price out there. So those are going to be some nice. Okay, Allie said 400. It's a good guess. I'll tell you right off the bat, for those unaccompanied, they're not accustomed to. Normally, these type of boots will run you $800 to $1,500 easy. Easy. Allie threw out $400. That'd be a good price. That'd be a good price. A non-stamped, actual by golly exotics. Yeah, it's a good price. Anybody else? Throw a price out there. Judy says 1,200. Good price. Good guess. Like I said, that's ballpark for an exotic. That's ballpark. Laurel says 550. Good price. Good guess. Anybody else? And like I said, I'm not going to. 600 says, who is that? Manna Martin, I can't read it. Mr. M. Good price. Good guess, 600. The stitching makes me think of whiskey flames going up the leg. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Kind of looks like that. I'm not a big, I don't care what uppers, you never see them, so I don't care, but those are nice. I don't like when they got all sorts of weird colors, though, even though it's going to be underneath my boot. Now I'm going to tell you how much they cost. We've had enough guesses in there. Gus said, I'm not going to throw up my hat in the ring. He thought 170 was expensive for Western boots. No, it's not. $354.95. Under $400. Under $400. So, and I said, I hate spending money. And the missus saw it and she's like, yeah, those. He's like, those. Laurel says, what the fuck? That's freaking awesome. No shit. Judy says, what the fuck? Yeah. 300 and they're Dan Post. I love Dan Post. Dan Post, the boots I'm wearing now are Dan Post. Are those vegans? No, they're exotic python. It's genuine python boots. They have other ones. Oh, these are nice ones down there. I'd like them to be a little darker. But Allie goes with those vegan. Shows that she was joking. No, I get it. Laurel says, what she did, what size did you get them? Oh, what site? Sheplers. I led with that, Sheplers. Every time I go for Western wear, I put Boot Barn and do all sorts of places. I always come back to Shepler's. Shepler's has the best deals, the widest selection. Shepler's. And the funny part is Shepler's ships to Boot Barn. Because I could have had them shipped to Nashua. And I'm like, no, send them here. Laura says, she said Shepherd's, but I think that she meant Shepler's. Yeah, autocorrect. Yeah, Shepler's. Love Shepler's. Like I said, hey, Shepler's, you want to sponsor me? So, yeah. So those are going to be the new, if we're going to go and we're going to go to the supermarket, if we're going to go to the mall, if we're going to go out to eat, you know what I mean? That I'm out of the house, but I'm not going to be lounging in somebody's backyard, or I'm not going to be, just tramping through the woods. Those are going to be my daily walk-arounds when I'm not doing a daily walk-around, if that made sense. Em says, I just subbed. Fun chat. Watching from the Philippines. Hey, welcome to the show. Yeah, this is what the show is. You never know what we're going to talk about. We can talk about music, movies, TV shows, stuff we grew up with, things that interest us, food. Yes, there is a little bit of political and social commentary. That's usually at the beginning of the show if it's there. But other than that, we just talk. We just talk about whatever happens to get talked about. Judy says, nice. What was nice? No shit kickers? No, these are not my shit kickers. Now, the boots that I'm wearing now, and they're Dan Post too, I love them. Great boots. Great boots. But, again, they're just, they are my daily boot. If I'm going to go mow the lawn, I wear these boots. If I'm going to go to the post office, I wear these boots. If, whatever. Judy says, them boots and the price too. Yeah, they're going to last me forever. They're going to last me forever. Well, forever as boots go. But, yeah. So it's worth the cost. Now, here we go. Okay? The missus and I are two totally different people fashion-wise. She's a country gal. But she's a New Hampshire country gal. She's not a Montana or an Oklahoma. Well, she'd fit in Oklahoma, but she's not a Western Oklahoma gal. She's just a country gal. She doesn't like hats. She hates hats. She looks cute in hats, though. She doesn't like hats. She doesn't like wearing shoes. She doesn't like wearing socks. We went over that the last show. It's like, we got her some socks for this winter. I said, get some damn socks. She loves Crocs. Okay? Crocs. Yeah, whatever. Bless her heart. She loves Crocs. Loves sweatshirts. She's a sweatshirt gal. And I keep telling her, get some more sweatshirts. Bearskin hoodies is the biggest thing out there. And she was looking, she's like, oh, so how much they cost? She's like, I got to check it out. She's like, no, they don't cost. No. Like, well, how much do they cost? No. How much do they cost? They're $100. I said, okay. My jackets cost anywhere. My light jackets cost anywhere. I got some oilskin jackets, some smaller ones, your lighter ones. They cost anywhere from, $80 to $150 on average for a jacket. This is only. She's got a couple winter jackets, but she likes sweatshirts. Gus says, sorry, I was helping Sally. We were going to whole bean coffee and grind our own. I was helping her. Yeah, we used to do that. And Laurel says, flip-flops for me even when it's cold. Yeah, that's that's what Judy's. That's the missus. But it's instead of flip-flops, it's Crocs. Or bare feet. Laurel says, I loved my insulated Crocs. Sweatshirts are the best. I did splurge and buy by Judy blue jeans and Charlie B jeans. She doesn't wear jeans. She wears slacks or capris. They look like high waters. What the hell are those things called? They look like pants, but they're high waters. She likes those. Allie says they're insulated. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. They got insulated Crocs. They got Crocs that look like dress shoes. Weird. Crocs that look like leather, but they're not. Yeah, they got all sorts of stuff. Of course, they got the camo ones and everything like that. But yeah, so that's my gal. She's a sweatshirt gal. So it's like, if you find, she got wider feet, so Crocs fit really good. Normal shoes, it's hard for her to find shoes that fit well for her. She just loves Crocs. So I said, you find a bearskin hoodie that you like, buy the damn thing. It's not like you buy one it's going to last you for ages. Allie said they used to call them kickers back in the old days. Judy says, I am barefoot as much as possible. She and I would get along. Yeah, there's it's the way she is. She's a good gal. Allie says, well, back when men wore them, said Jim. Yeah. So style-wise, we ain't even close. we ain't even close. No, just I'm Western through and through. Well, people know me. This is the way I look every day. This is it. Oh, knickers? Not kickers, knickers? Oh, knickers. You're talking about the high waters? Or are you talking about Croc style stuff? I don't know. But there's a delay, so I don't know when people are. Hey, and Jim, welcome back. Hope you got what you needed from the store. Get your nicotine pouches. Don't overdo it. But yeah, Laurel says my style is what fits my mood for the day. Allie says, yeah, high waters. Yeah, just. But that's what the missus wears most of the time. Is she got full down to the feet, but most of them they're not. And sweatshirts and nice comfy stuff. And that's fine. That's fine. So I told her, you find a bearskin hoodie that you like, freaking get it. Because she wears them all the time. She just got herself a nice sweatshirt. But it's just a regular sweatshirt. She'd rather, especially, it doesn't even matter. If we were just going to the store, she'll just throw on a hooded sweatshirt. She's fine. She looks okay. She ain't wearing jammies or something. Judy says, I love nice flannel shirt in the winter. Yeah, she got some flannel shirts, but she wears a lot of t-shirts and sweatshirts. She dressed up today. I think she was wearing black sneakery shoes, though. Which, of course, doesn't whatever. And some, her new brown pants. New. She got them this year. New brown pants. Which were, I think they're a little high watery, too. I think, if I remember correctly. That's just what she wears. That's just what she wears. A black t-shirt and a nice shirt with, I don't know if it's floral embroidery in it, but it had that kind of look, and it's embroidered all. It's very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, guess what I wore today? Ta-da! It's another day. Laurel says I wear capris. Capris, isn't that the short ones until it drops to the low 60s? I will wear a sweatshirt with capris. Capris, isn't that's what I said I thought it was. It's the short ones. And a lot of times they'll have like the false cuff on the bottom with a little button. She got a bunch of those. She got a bunch of those. They're comfortable, I guess. I wear jeans. People go, aren't you hot? No. No. So here in New Hampshire, wearing jeans, are you kidding me? No. Doesn't get too hot. Some of the humid days it gets a little bit, but capris are just below the knees. Yeah, hers are like that to maybe just a little bit longer, but yeah, the mid-thigh. Not mid-thigh. Mid-calf. Gus says Sally gets mad at me because I don't often notice how she dresses. I always know. Well, Gus, you know me. I notice fucking everything. I notice everything. Judy says I do jeans. Nice shirt. Western butt. You wear a Western butt? I don't wear Western butts. Allie says Jim wears button-fly Levi's every single day. I'm a Wrangler guy. Wrangler guy. When I was real young, I wore some Lees. Some Lee jeans. That's the clubbing days. Yeah, no. I'm a Wrangler guy. I'll wear T-shirts in the summertime. That's fine. But normally it's Judy goes Wrangler rules. I love my Wranglers. They fit right. And I buy their cheapest ones. I'm a 5-star guy. The problem, because I don't like to spend money. Regular fit, not relaxed fit, not slim fit. Regular fit. Wrangler 5-star jeans. They'll generally run you from $50 to $60 a pair. That's a steal. Again, that's a steal for jeans. But I got to get it in my size. I'm a 36-38. Gus says, I will never buy a Levi's ever again. Nope. Yeah, I'm not a Levi's guy. I don't like their politics either, but. Judy says, me neither, Gus. But yeah, I'm a Wrangler guy. And again, 36-38. That's my jean size. Oh my God. You're tall. Yes. I'm over 6 feet tall. But yeah, 36-38. Hey, stop and think about it. I had a hell of a time. Couldn't buy jeans that size up north, but I wasn't living up here. When I was younger, I had a 29-inch waist. Can you imagine 29-inch waist at over 6 feet tall? Holy shit. I was a slim guy. And yes, I did have a pair of white skin-tight jeans for the club. Like, holy shit, you're talking about like fucking Miami Vice. Yeah. Yeah, I clubbed back in the day. But those days are gone, thank goodness. Thank goodness. That was 70s. There you go. Yeah, that style was mid-70s to mid-80s. You could get away with it. It was fine. I even had my club in Western shirts. I'd have like neon colors. I had a neon pink shirt. It was one of my clubbing ones. You can see it in the club. Whatever. But Yeah, I don't go to the club anymore. A little bit past that. But yeah. So it was hard finding jeans that fit me back in the day. Now, yeah. 36, 38. You can get that. Gus says we have to get my son 29, 38 jeans. Very hard to find. Right, yeah, that's the way I was back when I was probably about, how old's he? Because I was like in my 20s back then. Laurel says I graduated high school in 76. A little bit before me. Not a lot, a little bit before me. Mantle writes, I remember Jordache jeans, though only had one pair. Jordache jeans. That's right. Hey. Oh, he's in his 30. He is 30. Yeah. I didn't know how old he was, but yeah, I was younger than him. Allie says, you are still that tall? Jim used to be 6'1", and he shrunk to 5'11". He's 56. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 6'4". It is what it is. It's funny because my youngest gal, he's my height. I'm not used to seeing guys eye to eye my height, so I always think he looks taller than me. She's like, no, he's not. I told you about this. I'm sitting in the living room, sitting in my recliner, and he comes through the doorway into the living room, and I'm looking, and I asked the missus, I said, do I look that tall when I come under the doorway? And she's like, yeah, because I'm not used to my own height. I was there the other day. I was standing talking to her in the doorway between the dining room and the living room. And for some reason, I looked up. I did this. And I damn near hit my head on the door frame. It's like, oh shit. I never look up. So I just know that I can clear it, so I don't look up. Yeah, Gus says he is just a little taller than you. Yeah, I thought that he was he's talking about Gus's son. I met him once. Was it once or twice? Maybe twice. Maybe I've met him twice. Over at your place. Yeah. But yeah, he's a bit taller than me. But yeah, I was like, hey, do I look that tall? She's like, yes, you do. Oh, okay. I freak out the missus. I told you about this, that the people are going to like this. Gus says, think twice. Yeah, I think it was twice. I'll squat down. I'll spread my legs. I'll come in tight, and I'll spread my legs so that I'm eyeball to eyeball with her. She's, my goodness, I think she's 5'5", something like that. I think she's like 5'5". And I'll squat down so that I'm eyeball to eyeball with her, and I'll put my arms around her, and I'll pretend I'm going to be dancing with her, stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, baby. Isn't this sexy? And she's like, no. And she'll push me away. It freaks me out. She's like, no. Because she's used to when she's used to, like, her head comes up to my chest. That's just the way it is. So I just get a kick out of it. I'll just squat down there and I'll kiss her. And I'm like, oh, wouldn't you like a guy this tall? She's like, no. It freaks me out. So I just think it's funny. But yeah, so whenever I find anybody that's close to my height, I always think they're taller than they are. It's weird. I'm not used to looking at people like that. Laurel says my neighbor's middle son has to duck to go through doorways. I'm almost there. I tell people I'm tall. I'm not a giant. Tall, but I'm not a giant. And I don't stand up on people. Gus will tell you, I always stand away. And if there's a little bit of a hill or something that I can take the low end, I'll take the low end. Same way as if I'm talking with you, most of the time I'll turn my gun hip away. Gus will tell you he doesn't even think about me having a gun. And I open carry. It's like, I hope and carry. It figures. So you're what was it? A man is from he's got to be close to 7 foot tall, says Laurel. Yeah, that's pretty tall. Man's from the Philippines. Now, are you a Filipino or are you a expat living in the Philippines? Martin. See, that's easy. I can say Martin. Is Martin your last name? And are you Filipino or are you an expat? Expat, for those people that don't know, is an expatriate. It's somebody usually from either Europe or the United States. Usually it's the United States that has moved abroad and they just live there personally or permanently. And are you a guy? Now, you said you used to have Jordache. And guys usually didn't wear Jordache. Jordache was more of a girl's jeans. Guys would wear Lee's or something like that, which is the equivalent, but no judgment. Allie says my paternal grandma was 6'2" and my grandpa was 4'8". Or grandpa was 6'2" and the grandma was 4'8". Yeah, it's pretty short. Pretty short. The missus ain't that short. Gus says, I don't notice crap, but driving down the road, I never miss the deer on the side of the... Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, Martin. Martin from the Philippines. You still there? Or did you leave? 'Cause I'm being nosy. I'm being nosy. I'll be up bright and early. I think the youngest is going to come over and help the missus with this stuff. This year we're not doing a full spread. We usually do fruits and vegetables and dips and chips and this and that. We're just doing crackers and cheese. I'm a crackers and cheese guy. I just love crackers and cheese. I go for, if I'm going to drink wine, it's whole wheat crackers with sharp cheddar cheese on it. That's good with wine. If I'm not going to drink wine, that'll have whole wheat cracker with either, Monterey Jack or a mild cheddar or, just any of a mild cheese. And that's my go-to. When I was younger, it was all butter crackers. Now I like a whole wheat. Give me a whole wheat. So that's what we're just doing, the whole wheat with the couple of kinds of cheeses. Making a bunch of pies. She's doing a chocolate. The hell they call those chocolate pies? Chocolate cream pie. Chocolate. Those difficult pies to remember. Chocolate cream pie. She's doing a chocolate cream pie. Maybe some other pie. Oh, she's going to do a squash pie. It's like watermelon pie. Not watermelon. What the fuck did watermelon get in there? Not watermelon pie. Whatever the hell it is, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. It's like a pumpkin pie, but it's made with squash, so it's milder. Smoked Gouda or Havarti or sharp cheese. I like with fruit. Glass of wine. That works too. We get smoked Gouda now and again too. Yeah, the kids love the smoked Gouda. Yeah, she did up a couple loaves of squash bread the other day. Oh, goodness. With chopped up pecans in it. Squash bread with chopped up pecans. I posted up on it last year, I think. I posted up about it. So she made a couple loaves. Oh, it's so yummy. It's like a zucchini bread and a pumpkin bread had a baby. And it's squash bread. It's very good. Judy says, love squash bread. Oh, it's like pumpkin bread and zucchini bread had a baby, and you got squash bread. It's very good. And it had I just love the chopped pecans in it. Oh. Pecans are like a walnut. Similar look. They look like half brains, but they're not as dry. They don't have they're walnuts can be a bit dry. You know, it like sucks and it's oakier than pecans. Pecans are a little bit sweeter, but in the same general. Gus says we decided just a turkey breast this year, just Sally and I and one daughter. That's it. She made all the desserts tonight. The house smells. Yeah, we don't have room. The missus is like, I don't have room to put things. I'm like, okay, well, we'll do it tomorrow. Laurel says, I love pumpkin bread. I'll throw some cream cheese frosting on. Oh, yeah. Carrot cake. Oh, I love a good carrot cake. I like both types of carrot. You know, there's two types of carrot cakes. There's the moist carrot cakes, and then there's the dry and fluffy carrot cakes. I like them both. I like them both. And I love it with like a cream cheese frosting. Oh, not too sweet, but just wonderful. Yeah, love a carrot cake. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Oh, I also got to be honest. I'm waiting for my first good snowstorm. Allie says, Jim loves carrot cake too. Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm looking forward. I love a good snowstorm with good snow, as long as the snowblower is good. I don't mind shoveling as long as it's not slush. Allie says, I prefer chocolate. Chocolate mayonnaise cake. Oh, there's a good cake right there. Chocolate mayonnaise cake. If you're not familiar with it, familiarize yourself with it. It is the best chocolate cake out there. Growing up, my stepmother used to make chocolate mayonnaise cake in a frying pan. You know, take the handle off and then bake it and then she'd cut it in half and she'd put whoopie pie filling in between the two halves. And you'd have a giant whoopie pie. You'd cut it like a pie and you'd have a slice of it. You just she'd also make strawberry rhubarb pie with her own rhubarb and strawberries. But we like the sauce so much that she stopped making the pie and we'd just have it like applesauce. It's good. Laura says those are so good. They are. Judy says I'm a chocoholic. It's a blessing and a curse. You know why? Did you know that dark chocolate and loads of chocolate sends the same endorphins to your brain as you feel when you're falling in love? Laurel says my favorite pie. What, strawberry rhubarb? Oh, I love it. But, we loved it. And we'd have it warm strawberry rhubarb pie filling. Oh, just in a bowl, just like applesauce. Allie says, so you put mayonnaise in the chocolate cake? Yes, you do. Well, stop and think about it. What do you put in a chocolate cake? What's your normal ingredients? Now think mayonnaise. You're like, oh, fuck. It's the same damn thing, just different. Yep. Judy says, I did not know that, but it makes sense. Right. Yeah. It's like, you think about it and you go, oh, shit. Yeah. So look into it. Look into a chocolate mayonnaise cake. Allie goes, yep. Oh, fuck. Same thing. You just, it sounds weird, but it's like, oh, look at what you're normally putting in a chocolate cake or any cake. So look up a chocolate mayonnaise cake recipe. Try it out. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's the best chocolate cake out there. We make chocolate mayonnaise cake and we eat it like brownies. It's not as thick as a brownie, but it's moist and it's like we don't put any topping on it, no frosting. We just make a chocolate mayonnaise cake about this thick and just cut it up into brownie-sized pieces. And there you go. There you go. Oh, shit. We went long. That's okay. We can go long. Yeah, I'm going to look forward to... I've been chomping at the bit because I'd been wanting to do this this reaction style video for a while now. Timing wasn't right, and I couldn't figure out what format that I really wanted to do it in. But it's like, it's time. Go ahead and put it up there. Short form. Hopefully you'll get a lot of views and attention. I think folks are going to like it. Most people like that stuff anyways. They like to see idiots and see somebody that knows how to throw some zingers. I'm going to throw some zingers. I think people are going to see the cowboy. If something stupid, I'm going to say it's stupid. I hope folks like it. But yeah, don't know what we're going to do for Christmas this year. We're not big on Christmas because we had a lot of... Laurel says, I love watching those clips. Yeah, most people do. So I think they'll be a hit. We don't do big Christmases. We had too many kids. We just keep it mild. And we believe in if you can get stuff throughout the year. Like the kids, we already told them, look, how do you like this stuff? And if we can fit it in the budget earlier in the year, this is Merry Christmas. I still want to get them something small. But, yeah, their Christmas is already done. And me and the missus, we just get what we can get whenever we need it. So Allie says, I keep forgetting you are 3 hours ahead of us in Idaho. Yeah, we're on the East Coast. We got a few time zones that are working here. I chose that it's late for me, but I know that we got people out as far as the West Coast usually that and we've got some people in from Europe or further and it's really late for them. So it's neat that they tune in, but it's like, yeah, 8 to 10 is when I'm scheduled East Coast time. That means that it's not super, super early out on the West Coast. It's early, but it's not like 3 in the afternoon. But, so yeah, I don't know what we're doing for Christmas. I need callings to get in touch with me so they can get me a 470 JL. Fender, you need to contact me. I need your Tone Master deluxe reverb in blonde. And callings will take the 470 JL, if you would, please. Wrangler, Wrangler, you haven't called me. Been doing this a while. How come you haven't been picking up and said just some jeans? Nah. It's all in fun. But looking forward to the new boots. It doesn't happen. I don't buy boots very often. So what the hell happened at the shooting at the White House today? Yeah, I don't think it was it was close to the White House. I don't think it was at the White House. Today was a busy day for me. It's a special day. So I didn't get to look into it too much. 3 National Guards members, I think, were shot. And I think 5 people total or some shit like that. I didn't look into it. A lot going on. So, sorry. I can't tell you any more than that. Because I didn't see it. I've been busy. I'll look into it. Laurel says, I got my son a Pit Boss smoker for Christmas. He's smoking the turkey tomorrow. Oh, good on him. Good on him. We do our turkeys in a bag. Don't knock it. It makes it super easy. Comes out perfect every time. Every time. I've never smoked a turkey for Thanksgiving. I've smoked a turkey and I've smoked a chicken. Never Thanksgiving. So I'm glad that you have family there with you, Miss Laurel. Been thinking about you. She says, oh my, it is so good. Yes, it is. No, it's great. No, I get it. I get it. We just never did it for Thanksgiving. I think it's because we're doing some other stuff. Thanksgiving's not my day. I mean, it is my day, but it's not my day. My day is barbecues and stuff like that. Gus says, I was on the street in front of two. Oh, it was on the street and in front, and two got shot. They are still alive in the hospital. I guess they have one in custody, last I heard. Okay, there you go. Like I said, I just saw it in passing. I didn't know. Didn't know. Been preoccupied. Laurel says, I prefer the sides at Thanksgiving. Turkey is for sandwiches and soup. Yeah, I like it all. My plate's just not big enough. My plate's not big enough. And can you believe it? This is the first year ever that we're not having cranberry gel. I'm not a gel guy. I hate the sauce. You know, it's made of the sauce and it's got the skins and stuff. I don't like that. I like cranberry gel. You know, the shit in the can. Comes out, it's round. It's in a can. And you cut it up. I used to have that when I was younger, but I don't eat it anymore. But it seems weird not to have it. This is the first year. She didn't even get a can for herself. She goes, nobody eats it but me. And I'm like, get a fucking can anyways. I don't care. I don't care if you throw the rest of it out. Judy says, I thought they both died. The last I heard, they hadn't died. And here's another thing. Gus says gel is better. Sally loves it. Yeah, the gel is better than the cranberry sauce. I don't like the damn skins and stuff in it. It's just weird. The gel, I like that. Oh, it's fake. Yeah, it looks fake. That's fine. It's just you get these logs of thin slices of cranberry gel, but she didn't get it. It's like Judy says I agree. Yeah, it's just. I may run out tomorrow. I don't know if the stores are open. I should get her a can anyways. She's off this week, so she's actually listening right now. It's like, oh, shit, she's going to hear me say it. She needs to get it. She needs to get a can. Baby, you need to get a can of cranberry jelly. Some gel. Get it. She was looking for little cans. Wouldn't it be great if they came in the little cans? Just a little can of it. Not a full can, just a little can. Allie says I prefer the gel too, but it's made with high fructose corn syrup. You know, that sucks. Judy says absolutely. Yeah. It is what it is, but baby, you need to get yourself or have me go. I wonder if I'd even run out first thing in the morning. I'd run into the Capitol. I'd go to Heffenerd's. That's Hannaford's for all you folks. I'd go into Heffenerd's and I'd get herself if they have any less, I'd go anyways. Just give me a can. Just one can of cranberry gel. Give it to me. Oh, my nose itches. Just donut? Just donut what? Just donut what? Okay, Laurel said something and it says message retracted. She tripped the filter. Oh, just do it. Yeah, just do it. Yeah. I should have done it today. I should have went out and got it today, but I didn't think about it. It's like it's just a freaking can of, look, I don't care if she only has 1 or 2 slices of it. Throw the rest away. I don't care. She means that much. We ain't that destitute. She can get herself, she can splurge. She can splurge on these highfalutin delicacy. Gus said he knew she spelled it wrong. Yeah. Yeah, we can afford. We can. I actually picked up a can today. Yeah. Maybe I should go and get her one tomorrow. I should call my youngest and say, stop by a store and get a damn can of cranberry gel. You know, the fake shit. It's like, come on. But I drive into Concord. I love my truck. I said I had to say it about probably 5 or 6 times out the drive today. I love my truck. I do. It's the right size. It's the right size. I sit in it comfortable. I'm not running into anything. Plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room. You just, and it drives so nice. It drives like a truck. It ain't a car, but it drives. Trucks nowadays, people bitch about, the truck rides rough. Are you fucking kidding me? We're used to old trucks. New trucks, and when I say new trucks, 30 years or newer is a new fucking truck. They ride great. They ride better than cars used to. Shut up. It's a truck. Yeah. Jesus, people are like, yeah, not supposed to feel anything. Stop it. People spoiled. People damn spoiled out there. New trucks. Again, 30 years or newer. That's a new truck. They all ride good. They all ride good. Are you kidding me? So I love my truck. God, and I use the hell out of my truck. I use it. I use it. Most trucks are just pavement princesses. They are. They are. Judy says, I love my truck. Trucks are great. People would have been shocked to think that I didn't have a truck. The last truck I had, now I've had full-size SUVs because we've had shit tons of kids. My last truck was my 1987 GMC Stepside. Yeah, that's my last truck. That's my last truck. I bought that truck used, but I bought it out from underneath the gal. I saw it sitting up on a dealership. I'm like, ooh. And I think it wasn't long after my Cordoba died. So I blew up the engine. They're like, holy shit. Yeah. 1977 Chrysler Cordoba. Blew up the engine. So I'd been vehicleless and I saw the truck and he was sitting up there and I'm like, ooh. I stopped into the dealership and I'm like, oh, I like it. And he's like, got a lady, she's buying it. I said, okay. I said, I'd really like it. He goes, she's buying it. I'm like, well, if by chance she doesn't, he goes, I'll give her a week. If she can't get her finances straight in a week, I'll get it. He'll sell it to me. So I went back exactly a week later. It was a pretty truck. Sexy truck. Truck was still there. I said, "Hey, Judy says your truck is beautiful. My new one? My black truck? Oh, it's not beautiful. I like it. It's old school. It's a 2019 Dodge Ram 1500 classic. And she got the trailer brake, and she's a work truck. She's a work truck. I like a good-looking work truck, and she's a work truck. She's a work truck. Let's see here if I got I think I got pictures of it. I think I got a reel of it. Yeah, is it? Doesn't show it much, but that's me doing a test fit with the canoe, and it's my canoe and my daughter's kayak on the rack. Just black with chrome. Ain't nothing too fancy. It's black with chrome. There it is again. Got my badge sticker on the window. Boy, I love those racks. That's the first thing I put on. Well, brand new 5-way trailer hitch. That's what I put on it. First thing. And then the second big thing was the racks. It's like, yeah, I got to put some racks on there. Yeah, it's nice. Nice truck. Just a good work truck. Black. Keep clean. It's black. It's pretty. I love it. I actually have to, when I get up into it, I have to scooch up. I have to scooch up to get into it. When you're just looking at it, it's like, yeah, it's a big truck, but you don't realize how big it is until you go stand next to it. The missus, she gets in, we got a step stool. I pull it out the back seat, and she climbs up in, put it in there. The bed is, I got the short bed. She's, let's see here. What's a 4x8 is plywood, right? 4x8. So she's like I think she's like a 6-foot bed or something like that. I think she's got like a 6-foot. Not too long. It ain't the stubby bed. I think it's like 6 foot, something like that. Not sure. It ain't the super short one. Gus says it's 5'5". You think? Well, that's almost 6 feet. Let's find out here. Same as his. Is that a quad cab? Is that the 4 doors? Because this is coming up. It says it's 6'3". For the quad cab. Is quad cab 4-door? Because mine's the 4-door. And your bed did look a little shorter than mine. The new ones, the new body style, they're 5.7. But this says here, 2019 Ram 1500, classic quad cab. Yeah, they say it's 6.3. Laurel says the different companies call them different things. Quad cab, freaking. So yeah, they say it's 6.3. I thought it was about 6 foot. Yeah, and this is another one. They say 6.4. This is 5'7" for other ones. So who knows if the 19 is a 5'7" or let's see here, 5'7" or 6'5". So I guess they come in two lengths. Let's see here. Get out of here. It works. It works. I don't have a problem with it. It works just fine. Judy says I have a crew cab too. Wish it was a quad. Yeah, what is the crew cabs are what? Like half in the back? They're not a full size door? Is that what the crew cabs are? I got the full size 4 doors. It's plenty of room. Throw 4 guys in the back of that thing. She's fine. Plenty of leg room. It works. Laurel says crew cab is full size 4 doors. So what's the difference between a crew and a quad? Crew cab. Well, I got a damn 4-door. Says yeah, you have to open the door to open the back. Yeah. See, yeah, I got 4, whatever the hell they are. I got 4 full size doors. It's a big truck, but yeah, like I said, it looks big. And the missus, she's just dwarfed by it. But for me, I look at it, it goes, oh, okay, it looks like it's okay, until I stand up next to it and I go, well, yeah, she's pretty big. She's pretty big. Ass end's pretty high in the air. It kind of reminds me of 2500, but it's not. It's just a 1500. 2500s have a bigger 25 and 35, unless you put a leveling kit on the front, and I'm not a fan of leveling kits. I like the front end to droop, because the reason is it's supposed to, when you put weight in the back, you're supposed to level it out. Laurel says I had one of those, pain in the ass. Gus says my son has the quad and he wishes he got the crew. Yeah, I got the big one. I got the 4 doors. I guess it's a crew. Judy says 2500 is a big old truck. Yeah, this is just as big as the 2500. I was surprised. It's as big as the 2500. I mean, the chassis are all the same, but the 25s and the 35s usually come with a taller suspension, so they just look bigger. But this is, yeah. Plus, when it's in my driveway, I don't notice that the ass end is so high. Well, because my driveway's at a slight slant. So, but still, yeah, I come out of Home Depot or I come out of a restaurant or whatever, and I look at it and go, ooh. That's the same way as we had a Mustang. We had a 96 Mustang for the wife. It was always her dream car. She wanted a Mustang, so we got herself a Mustang. It was our second vehicle. First vehicle was a minivan. We got a Mustang. Laurel says I have the 2500 Hemi diesel. Mine isn't. I got a Hemi, ain't the diesel. Gus says 2500 is 3/4 ton and the 3500 is 1. Yes, we know that, Gus. The frames are different and the suspension are different, but the body sizes are the same. It's the same body size. But yeah, that Mustang I'd come out. It's one of those cars you just look at it and every time you get it, you see it out in the parking lot and you still go, oh, it looks nice. Drew says mine's a 1500 and I park like shit. Usually always crooked. Yeah, you gotta get that figured out there. You know what we call that? What I've always called it growing up and everything. I called it Puerto Rican parked. I have no idea why. We just call it Puerto Rican parked. I do it every now and again, but I'm pretty anal. If I'm not parked right, I'll fucking straighten it out. I'll straighten it out. I'll back it. Okay, let's get this shit in there straight. Yeah, we call it Puerto Rican parking. Anybody else call it Puerto Rican parking? So we always called it. Yep. Yeah, my truck's nice. It's a nice looking truck. It's not super fancy. Ain't got all the bells and whistles. Suits me fine though. Love driving. It's like, oh God, I love driving this truck. Gus says nope. Well, now you got to do it. Now Gus is gonna see somebody all wonkied out in the parking line. He's gonna go, dang it, they're Puerto Rican parking. I have no idea. I have no idea. It's funny though. Laurel says I can back into a parking spot, but I have a bit of a time backing out of one. I have no idea why. Yeah, I could do either. But I'll tell you, backing up's much easier than driving in for me. I mean, it's easier driving in, but I still find myself shy of where I can go because I can't see over the hood. And I don't want to run into anything. So then I go, oh shit, I could have come forward another, 1.5 feet, 2 feet. But when you back up, because you got the camera, when I back up, I can just back right up to something. I'm not going to hit it. Gus says mass holes. Yeah. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. She's like, why do you call them that? And they come over to New Hampshire and then they watch somebody with a Massachusetts plate and they go, yeah, I see. Yeah. They earned their name. Hey, we've been almost an hour over. Laurel says my F-150 had the front camera. I love that. I'd like a front camera. I don't have one. You can get them installed, but yeah. I'm just learning. I'm just learning where it is. Backing up super easy. Although to be fair, unless I'm paying attention because I want to back up, and I still end up using my rear view mirror and my damn side mirrors. I'm old school. Allie says, I just bought a cushion to sit on while I drive, and it gives me a bit of height, and it makes a huge difference. I bet it does. I can't do that. I'm tall enough. I don't need a cushion. The missus ain't driven the truck. Well, hell, she'd only driven her SUV. Zippy, that's hers. She only drove that the first time she ever drove it was this year. That was it. Can you believe that shit? The first time she drove it was this year. She's only driven it a couple times. I drive everywhere. Gus says, oh, you're one of those people, camera. Haha, I rarely use it. No, I don't. I rarely use it unless I'm trying to back up to a line, and then I'll use the camera. But yeah, like I just said, I look out the rear view mirror and the sides when I'm backing up. But if I want to back up to something, just back right up to it, those cameras are really good. Laurel says, this truck doesn't have one. I have learned how close I can get with the sensors. Yeah, mine doesn't have sensors. Mine doesn't tell me shit. You know what my sensor is? Oh, hit something. I sense I just plowed into something. John, your sensors are working. Thank you. Yeah, I don't have sensors. I just got a backup camera. Oh, goodness gracious. But hey, it's what it is. Yellow, I'm close. Red, oops. Yeah, I don't have sensors. Not like that. You just slow down. And then you feel when you hit into I can't go no further. My goodness. Hey, we're going to close down. Stop yakking. Dang it. Judy goes, I don't have a camera or a sensor. It's all you. See, there you go. I do like power windows. I do like those. I like my power windows. Yes, sir. In my satellite radio. I don't like radio stations. Well, up here, if you're listening to regular radio stations with the mountains and the hills and stuff, you're going to lose them anyways. But I hate, they play more commercials than music. So Judy says I have those. Yeah, those power windows. Those power windows are good. Allie says happy Thanksgiving and have a good rest of the week. Yes, you guys will see me. I'll post tomorrow anyways, but probably not as much. Friday, I got to get those new whatever the hell it is, the real truth of the real deal. I forget what I need. I'm tired. It's been a long day, but I got to get those up for folks. Laurel says happy Thanksgiving. Sleep well. Elastic waist pants. No, I just done button the top button. Judy says happy Thanksgiving. Hope it's amazing. Yes, we all have something very, very grateful for. May you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. You too, Gus and Sally and everybody else. God bless everybody. And I'm still going to be up bright and early, but more so on Friday. And look for my reels. Look for my reels. I think folks are going to like them. And thank you for joining the show. I'll see you again on Sunday. Sunday's the next show. And yeah, I think there's more people that were watching that didn't come in. You know, Fred, hey, thanks for stopping in, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. I enjoy the conversations and the participation. But we got to shut down. That said, I'm not going to play music on the way out because it's been jittery. So I'm just going to end the show and try to get that sorted out before the next show. And with that, God bless and take care.